teams scored big against Michigan, against Wake Forest, Penn State. He's been tremendous all year.
Out 2 points in 11 minutes in that slim win over American. How's 14 and 15 and a half grab you? Good look for Miller, though. It cashes in.
Nice answer there by Malcolm Miller, the senior. What a great player he's been for Holy Cross over his career.
11-point lead. And Haas wants some more, not quite. Miller down with the board.
He's got the green light, and he should. The first team all-league player is really, really good.
Showed us a good first step. Casper through the lane, having trouble maintaining the handle. Shot clock down to 12. Hawthorne doubled. Casper way out. Can't get it to go. And Alexander, so that's back-to-back one-and-done possessions.
That's what Holy Cross needs. One possession at a time. They need stops, and they need offensive execution, and Malcolm Miller involved.
Bison continue to stay man. Through traffic for Miller, getting through into the D, and the foul.
That's a great finish by Miller with the left hand. He probed the lane. You know, we just talked about him going to his right. He looked pretty good going to his left right there. Great move at the end and finish by the senior from Gaithersburg High School in Maryland.
So now Miller to the line. Led the team in scoring 13 times, blocks 17, and then steals and rebounds 12.
He's been doing it all for him, and that 30-point performance at Boston University was great. He shot the ball, he drove the ball, got to the foul line, did everything, and 30 points is impressive anywhere at any level.
And the first meeting went to the foul line.
Free off the penetration. He's really an offensive juggernaut for the Bucknell Bison, and just a freshman. It's exciting if you're Dave Paulson and the Bucknell coaching staff.
Crusaders' biggest source of offense. Miller getting fouled going up. Ryan Frazier picks up his first. Zach Thomas, who we had just talked about, they wanted to get him right defensively before they moved him into the rotation.
Well, like most high school players, he had a lot to learn coming in out of high school on how to defend, and Dave Paulson's a very detail-oriented coach. He wanted to have a solid defensive presence out there. But when he had 19 points in a comeback win over Lehigh, was shortly after that he got inserted into the starting lineup. He started the last 6 games, and he can make up for some of those defensive miscues when he scores.
Yeah, a guy who had over 2,200 points in high school, almost 900 rebounds, certainly doesn't have trouble scoring. Bison now by 12. After Miller able to get both, he has 9 to lead the Crusaders. Face up for foul.
That was an aggressive putback by the freshman.
14 for Fowland. Miller wheeling and trying to finish. Stuck up there, but Miller sticking with it.
Offensive rebound, 2 chances right there. Holy Cross is not going to quit. With 15 minutes to play, down 14, they've got to manufacture points from their defense right here. They're going to pick up full court again, see if they can force some turnovers. Here's a drive and the dish, and a good finish by Nana Fowland.
14-point lead now. It matches Fowland's night. Green doing what he does best, getting a hand in there. 6th in the Patriot League in steals is Eric Green. Minutes into the second half, just about.
Husick, a real bright spot for Holy Cross. They really need Champion to get going. He's averaging 11 points a game over the last 5 games and yet to score. And they need his offensive production.
Speaking of guys who can hit it and produce offensively, as an arrow unable to convert. He's struggled recently from 3. Miller, though, taking advantage of an open lane.
Nice mini run here by Holy Cross, 6 straight points.
In the game, one that we point back to, 3rd personal foul for the big guy, and he'll have to sit down.
Well, they get very small now. It's going to be Holy Cross on the glass. If they can keep them off the glass, a big 3 by Miller right there.
Big shot for Malcolm Miller. now leading the Crusaders with 16, his 25th double-figure game of the year for Malcolm Miller. And
Stephen Brown is killing Holy Cross right now with dribble penetration. He's getting into the paint anytime he wants to, and he's causing them all kinds of problems.
Miller at this end comes back with the finish and the foul.
Big drive by Miller right there and the finish, and he's an excellent free throw shooter, the 6th best in the Patriot League. Hopefully I didn't jinx him right there. There you see the drive, and I thought it's a good call. It looks like Dom Hoffman slid underneath right at the end.
Miller 18 points, make it 19 now, 7 of 12. Brown again with the quickness. Got caught up in that double team.
He's really getting into the paint. He crossed that over, and Green's a great defender, but he left him in the dust.
Alexander opening closed up quickly. Just about 7.5 left. Miller trying to do it himself at a second time, plus the foul.
This senior is taking over the game for Holy Cross. 2 huge drives and 3-point play opportunities the old-fashioned way. What a great move there and finish by Malcolm Miller. Foul in great position, no challenge whatsoever. A beautiful jump hook right there to keep the lead at 7.
Miller goes at fouling and the bucket, and he'll go to the line. And guess what? That's number 4 on not a fouling.
Just attacking the big fella right there. Took it right to his chin. Drew the foul. I thought Fallon was backing up. I don't know how much contact there was there, but he's going to have to go to the bench, and that could really determine this ball game with not a foul on the bench.
Miller 5 of 5 tonight. Make it 6 for 6. 25 for him.
Still 5 minutes left in the game, so a lot of time. You don't want to bring him back too early.
11 for Zach Thomas. 7th double-figure game of the year. Miller, though, again! Another answer! Malcolm Miller just keeps on coming.
Well, this was something that Milan Brown talked about today, being able to spread the floor and give them driving lanes. And a great drive there by Malcolm Miller and finish. This may be his 3rd or 4th traditional and one.
27 points on 10 of 15 shooting for Malcolm Miller. This can make it a 1-point game. There it is. And does.
Change the matchup now. Frazier is on Malcolm Miller. They may try to post him. Nope, they're going to pull him away from the basket again.
Ryan Frazier known to be this team's best on-the-ball defender. Miller, though, taking it himself and says, you know what? I'm a pretty good offensive player. He's matched a career-high 30 for Malcolm Miller. Looking for the Morgan screen. The step through caught up, finds Morgan, though. Big bucket for Christopher Morgan, just his 2nd, back to a 1-point game.
Well, Dave Paulson trying to find an answer. He put the senior Casper on Malcolm Miller. Miller unselfishly giving the ball off for a layup. Just a great job by Malcolm Miller. Can't say enough about the way he's playing, Matt.
Has been fantastic. Also has 4 assists to go with the 7 rebounds and his 30 points. Haas, maybe a bit of a push-off or some contact from Miller, one way or the other. Frazier getting it back, shot clock winding down, and the Crusaders do what they do best. They get a block.
2 blocks.